It was the tweet that broke the internet this week. Kanye West sharing his support for President Trump, tweeting in part, quote, "You don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He is my brother." Went on to talk about free thinking. Well, the left melting down as the president embraced Kanye's tweets. Quote, "Eyes are being opened for the first time in decades." So what does the reaction to Kanye West say about the growing political divide in our country? Let's ask our panel. Rochelle Ritchie is a Democratic strategist. Dr. Darren Porcher is an Army veteran. And Kathy Barnett is a radio talk show host. Welcome all. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Absolutely. Well, Rochelle, let me start with you. This exchange between Kanye and the president, you had Chance the Rapper, you had Candace Owens. From the outside, can look like a gigantic conversation being had inside the black community about free thinking and the Democratic Party. Is that happening, and is it creating an opportunity?
Well, I honestly think that Kanye West right now is being used as a political pawn to continue this Trump movement. And I think that this just is another disingenuous and, quite frankly, an insulting political strategy that we see both on the left and on the right, in which politicians pander to black voters by using cultural influences to gain their support while really doing nothing for the black community. I don't think that African Americans are upset at the fact that Chance the Rapper or Kanye actually support conservatives. I think it's the type of conservatives that they're actually supporting. We have a president who will not denounce white supremacy or white nationalism.
Well, he has denounced white supremacy and white nationalism, but
no,
I understand
he's also said that there's good and bad people within the white nationalist network, which I just think is
well, there are good and bad people everywhere, but he has denounced white nationalism.
There are not good white nationalists.
I didn't say that, but I said everywhere. I'm not. He has denounced white nationalism, and he's done it many times. Darren, so within this, it was actually, though, if you want to talk about using moments, it was Kanye that started this. I mean, he's the one that responded to Candace Owens. He also tweeted this recently. He said, "I haven't done enough research on conservatives to call myself or be called one. I'm just refusing to be enslaved by monolithic thought." So is that what this is about, free thinking and the ability to speak your mind?
I think free thinking is a tremendous part of this. We have to look traditionally, when we look at the celebrity market, they're highly leftist Democrats, and they always have this provoking way of getting African Americans into the Democratic Party, no matter what they're doing. But the truth of the matter is you have to take in consideration Kanye's view. Kanye understands that there's a lot of positive things that the president is doing. When we look at socioeconomic development within the Trump administration, it's really benefited the African American community. When we look at a lot of these issues that the African American community is experiencing, such as crime, we see precipitous drops in crime in the African American communities as a result of Trump being in office. You have to take in consideration when when President Obama was in office, he incarcerated more African Americans than any other president, with the exclusion of Bill Clinton. We go back to the 1994 crime bill that was enacted by Bill Clinton. We had monstrous numbers of African Americans that were incarcerated as a result of that. Trump is moving forward. We're looking at in excess of 3% GDP, and therefore I see the black community is benefiting. So when I look at what Kanye stated, I think he's just looking at the landscape as what is happening to benefit the African American community.
Kanye tweeted about Chicago saying this. He said Obama was in office for 8 years and nothing in Chicago changed. Is this a reflection of the fact that people are saying I've been pandered to for a long time, or my celebrities have been put up on a pedestal, but my life hasn't changed?
Yes, and let me also say this story is a perfect demonstration of the hypocrisy and the extreme intolerance of the liberal left. They say we want black people's voice to stand up and speak out, and then the moment a black man stands up and says something contrary to the agenda of the left, he's immediately met with swift and cruel punishment. For me to say I am black, but I am not a Democrat, is seen as betrayal in the black community. I lost almost all of my black friends during the 2016 election because there is absolutely no room for independent thinking, in the black community when it comes especially to politics. I remember Michelle Obama being on TV One, which is a predominantly black television station, and she said it does not matter who's on that ballot. It does not matter what they've said. It does not matter what they've done. You just vote Democrat, meaning shut up, black people, get in line and do as you're told. And it reminded me that not all overseers on plantations were white. They were black as well, and they were called drivers.
All right, unfortunately, I'm being told in my ear we have to leave it right there. Well, we want to bring you guys back hopefully very soon. This is a conversation that needs to happen. There's a lot of sides to it for sure.
And it is happening, and I'm glad that it is.
Well, Rochelle, Darren, Kathy, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.